Hi, I'm Marie and today I'm going to show you how I paint the spiky details of this conker. There's a full tutorial available of both the conker and its casing. You'll find the details below if you'd like to try it out. At first glance, this beautiful dramatic nut from the horse chestnut tree can look like quite a challenge, but as I'm going to show you, it can be made a lot more simple by breaking it down into very small elements. I start by building up each individual spike, and you'll see that it starts to take shape really quite quickly. Now the first thing is to really pay attention to your drawing. It's important to draw in all of these little spikes, depicting the shape of each one, as they all have their own little individual quirks, and by adding these in you'll create a much more interesting image and find that once you start painting it will be a lot easier. So I look at my spikes and pick out the colours that I can see on them. These range from an earthy yellow ochre through green to a deep brown, and I also add a touch of burnt sienna in places, which is a really lovely earthy colour to add that richness to my palette. And then I add the colours in one at a time where I can see them on my subject, but I always make sure that I blend out the edges so that there's a smooth transition into the colour that I add in next to it. And I'm also really paying attention to where the darker and lighter tonal values are on each spike, and also around the base as well, as I do want to create a painting with depth. And in order to do this, I really need to make sure that each surface that I paint in does not look flat, because no matter how small a spike is, it still has a curved surface. And it's this attention to detail that will create a much more rounded, naturalistic look once it's finished. So using my small brush, I very lightly dampen the surface first, and then I'm adding in the darker colour here, then blending in touches of green and yellow, making sure that the transition between the colours is really smooth and natural looking. I then extend this to the base of the spike and the shell, as it's also really important to create an overall rounded form on the case itself. So you can see that by breaking it down and working in these small sections, the whole image slowly begins to build up and take shape. Once I've almost finished, I look at all the little details and blemishes that are on the surface of the case itself and add these in, while also looking to enhance the contrast between my darker and lighter areas as well, so that it really gives my image form and shape. If you'd like to follow along with the full step-by-step tutorial of this conker and its spiky casing, you can find it inside the Watercolor Members Club, along with more than 70 more watercolor tutorials. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming tips and techniques. Thanks for watching and have a great day.